My name is Tiffany of Passion with Purpose, but I also run Tiffany Teas and Treats, which you will see me soon on the news on Saturday talking about Tiffany Teas and Treats on Arizona Channel 10. And they will be talking about my teas on Friday on Channel 12 News. But welcome, welcome, welcome. So remember, I do things besides my tea. I craft and make mistakes and learn from my mistakes. But my real job is making teas for Tiffany Teas and Treats. So that's what I'm doing today. I have a show coming, but before you go, even if you don't stay, click like, subscribe, and maybe share it with somebody who really likes tea. So I make whole flower teas, and whole flower teas are beneficial. They flowers have superpowers, and we want to make sure we get in those superpowers one sip at a time. So, in case you didn't know, I started drinking tea as a relaxation method because you move fast with coffee, but you move slow with tea. And it became a self care business, drinking tea. So, I do tea parties with topics. I also do tea parties for fun. You get to make your own tea. Who don't want to do that? And learn about the flowers that and their powers that you are making a tea with. And you get an awesome cup. But today I want to talk about the Home and Garden Show in Glendale, Arizona on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, where you can find Tiffany Teas and Treats. I've been swimming and I don't get my hair done till tomorrow. You know I'm not going on the news with my hair like this. I gotta be photo ready as always. But I just came back from a work conference, so I was swimming and working out and enjoying my colleagues for the short time we get to hang out a little bit. And now I am ready for the Maricopa Home and Garden Show. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, July 11th, 12th, and 13th, where you can come pick up your box of tea. Don't, while you're here, click like, subscribe, and share. So, anyway, I'll be on Channel 12 News talking about Tiffany Teas and Treats at the Home and Garden Show. And I would love for you to come. And I would love my giveaway today is going to be 2 free passes to the show. So just before the end of this, I will pull a name from my viewers, and then I will leave your tickets at the gate. So hang out with me while I make tea and tea boxes for my home and garden show. Remember, I also talk about vending as well because that's how I started, and I love marketplace vending. But when you handcraft things, and with this being another way for me to help people heal and relax and take off stress, it works. So I'm a retired educator as well as a retired healthcare worker. For over pretty much 40, 30 something years. So when I retired, of course, I gave up coffee because I don't want to move fast anymore. And tea. Tea has so many benefits. But I started thinking about how do I know what's in that ground tea bag? So I did a little research about making teas and the flowers that make teas because, like I said, I don't know what's in that ground up tea bag. And when it comes to health, as a nutrition counselor, and like I said, a healthcare worker and a healthcare educator, I knew that there had to be something into tea to slow you down. So Tiffany Teas and Treats is not just about tea. It's an experience. We meditate with this tea. We don't move fast with this tea. And if we have to move, we at least take the first 5 minutes to enjoy the tea, enjoy the beauty of these earth made flowers that has so many health benefits. And so when I started this, it was just to give everybody a little bit of health, one sip at a time. But I enjoy tea. I am plant based, so I um, drink tea. I know what's in it because you can see every flower once you steep your tea bag. Once you pour the water on, you will see every flower. And if you know about flowers, you can identify them. So I'm going to say, um, I put the each flower on my tag because I want you to look up the benefits. I want you to understand that every sip you take is going to be a benefit to the body. And like I said, you're supposed to meditate with my tea because it is not just a tea, it is an experience. So I make teas because it's a hobby as well for me, but it makes me relax to know that I'm making whole flower teas where you can see exactly what's in them and enjoy the aromas, enjoy the beauty, and then enjoy the taste. With these being whole flower teas, you also do not really want to add honey, sugar, definitely, agave, any sweetener. I layer the flour so that the tea bag is pretty when you pour the water on. I also make sure it's flavored so that you don't need sugar. Flowers have so many benefits, and especially when you put them together and make a tea, because not just the aromas, not just the beauty, but you have some flowers that are just sweeteners. And if you cook any, you definitely understand that some flowers are made just for flavoring. They sweeten things, they tart things, they color things. Oh, butterfly pea is a flower that's used to just color food, natural food color. You do not need chemicals. So I not only enjoy tea, but I also enjoy making it as a hobby. So I get to do that. So right now I am making, I always set up my 2 per square. And if I have a large order, which I really do, I just have to finish these in here. And I fill up all my trays first, and then that way I can get all my flowers out and just go, go, go. So, welcome again. My name is Tiffany, and I am Tiffany of Tiffany Teas and Treats. And I am glad to have you here today, joining me while I make my whole flower teas and hopefully winning the 2 free tickets to get into the Arizona Home and Garden Show this weekend. July 11th, 12th, and 13th. Every day this weekend from 9 to 5. I also do a raffle at my booth. I'm also doing demos so you can come there and make your own tea. Also leave with your own teacup and enjoy the whole home and garden show. So I'm glad you're here with me today. And I was going to share that I don't even think we understand the benefits that tea offers, or my tea offers, I have to say. I can't speak for others. Like I said, the one thing you do know, you will know, is that there is nothing that's not listed in the tea, unlike ground tea bags. So that's what makes us different. Plus, they're put together for healing. They are put together for beauty. They are part of a self-care package that I have for men and women, because I think sometimes we forget men need care too. They work just as hard as us, and we don't think they need a nice whole flower bath tea and some nice whole flower tea that's going to also give them some health benefits. If I don't turn around, that's because I get caught up in making sure I don't miss and or double the amount because it has to be measured. That's another thing that drives me crazy. It's really not my business, but when people buy that bag of tea, you're not gonna get a ratio of everything. And when I first started, when I first switched to teas, and then I was buying the ground teas, and I'm like, no, no. So I had found someone who sell the bag of flowers. That's what I call it, bag of flowers. Cause